Hi everybody, I'm Johnny. This is Ravenloft Misfits. I totally messed that up again. I always fucking do this. It's Ravenloft Misfits.
You have the power to start over right now, you know.
We could, but
no, it's too late. We're in it.
It's too late. Here we are.
We're giving you the authentic experience.
I'm the DM of this campaign. There's gonna be a list of cast names, socials, and pronouns in the episode description. We stream each Monday, mostly. This is going to be a recording because we had some technical difficulties yesterday, so we are going to make sure that we're staying on track and getting this session in here. This will be releasing on Friday, and then we will be having another session on Monday, which is going to be the 19th. So be ready for that. But make sure to follow us, do all the things, subscribe to the channel, give us 5 stars on whatever place you're on. Unless there is no 5-star stuff, then I don't know, tell a friend. Yeah, Zack.
Wow. I feel like it's been a long time since I've gotten to tell people about Roll20, and it feels really good to tell everybody. Can you hear him? Sorry, my cat is going crazy over here because he's so excited about Roll20.net and the ability to play all these TTRPGs with his friends. You know what? I'm just gonna show the people. Tell them how you feel, Cal.
Oh, we can see him meowing, but we can't hear it.
I hope your mic picks that up.
Yeah, I hope so. So he loves Roll20.net just as much as I do, and he loves playing TTRPGs across the internet with all of his friends.
Of course.
It's an amazing website.
Barely heard Mel in that one. I'll leave it in the recording too, so this will just be audio.
Can we get a cold take? No?
Meow.
Meow.
I'm sorry, people.
It's all good.
Wow.
Go on. Anyway, thank you Roll20.net for making this campaign possible. We really appreciate
Thanks, Roll20.
you supporting us.
We also want to thank Sirenscape for just being fucking awesome and letting us use their music app. It's pretty sweet. We've been using it ever since the beginning of this campaign. It's filled with awesome sounds, music, etc. If you're interested in getting pretty much any campaign filled with music and all the chapters pretty much preset for you, you could do the Super Siren subscriber. It's in the episode description. Check it out, and if you follow the link and you do become a triple S, then you will be helping our channel as well. That being said, we're going to do a little recap, which isn't really going to be a long one because last session was pretty much all combat. Y'all came into Vallaki, you jumped over the gates or flew over or walked over in Katya's case, and you ran towards the center of town to hopefully save Aurora. There you found Lady Wachter or Saint Wachter at that moment, basically saying, "Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?" And then there was a whole like religious thing that happened, and then a whole battle happened where you were able to immediately save Aurora thanks to Beatrice's amazing use of
Vortex warp.
Vortex warp. I was gonna say
My favorite.
warp, and then I couldn't. Yeah,
Vortex
warp, which is great.
Vorpal warp sounds cool.
You were able to crit and absolutely annihilate Lady Wachter. Gone, nothing left. And then brought her back as a specter because why not?
Hilarious.
And then you killed the priest, who then turned into a biblically accurate angel, which was just a reskinning of a beholder, which was awesome. There was a cat assassin that you killed, and then Beatrice killed 2 people that were running away. And that was great. We love it. So good.
I'm a completionist.
We love it.
That 100%. Just like
I 100% every game.
Fall over. Ding! Achievement unlocked. So that was where we left off. As the thrill of battle subsides, as the quiet of the town returns to you. There are people that are still watching just behind cover and seeing what kind of spectacles were happening in this battle. You all gather once again. What do you all want to do?
I would like to cut down this hostage and I believe collect their missing limbs.
Okay. So yeah, this is Katya. You were there for the werewolf den a while ago. This person you recognize to be... Oh wait, actually you didn't... I don't think you ever met this person. This person is obviously a werewolf, part of the clan. You can see that she has like a Night Mother symbol that is currently hanging from a necklace. You bring her down and she has full body burns, completely charred over, has both legs amputated. They are nearby, but also equally as charred. And she is very close to death.
Oh.
Yeah, I just am kind of just holding her, and then with my other arm, I'm collecting the other two limbs and just kind of getting her down away from there. Everyone else is up on a damn rooftop. Click, click, click.
So if we can, I don't know if this should be above table or not. I guess to ask Johnny. Okay, you said they're charred. I do have the regenerate spell. Like I would need to rest so I could prepare it. So I could reattach the legs, but if they're charred, like would the legs heal, or would I just be reattaching charred legs?
I mean, they heal with the spell?
So it says that they heal. I would just say that if you have the legs, sure, they can just reattach. That's fine.
Okay.
And then they would also then heal up with regenerate. But like you said, you will need to prepare this. So it will be a next day's kind of thing. This person is completely out of it. It doesn't seem like they know where they are. They are just basically in a state of shock. Their body has gone through so much that they're not here.
I guess the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rush towards them.
Okay.
And cast... Is that what I want? How's everyone else doing on health?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Esmeralda is looking pretty rough.
Like a third of mine.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and do Prayer of Healing. Take the next 10 minutes. Can I just do a quick prayer? And everyone who needs health, up to 6 people, it's 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. So let me roll the correct thing.
Okay.
And so y'all gain...
Great.
12 hit points.
Who are the 6 we're giving it to?
I guess all of you.
Presumably the injured werewolf.
The injured werewolf. Then you 3. And Esmeralda. And then there's
3.
Is Aurora
for whoever needs it.
Aurora, if Aurora is in range, I would say.
Aurora is mostly fine. She only took like a carving of like the dagger, but was mostly going to be like burned. So they didn't get to that point just yet. So she's okay for now.
Got it. Okay. Whenever a moment makes sense, I will go to Aurora on the roof because I think she's still up there with me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Be like, Aurora, darling, are you all right? I'm sorry to see you're not in very favorable circumstances from the last time I saw you. We know each other. If anyone doesn't remember, she was in the palace for a long time with me.
Right. And then
Right.
also, I mean, there's been so much that happened even after that. She's like looking out towards the town square. And as like a few seconds after you start talking to her, that's when she finally realizes, oh, you're talking to me. And so she turns over to you. Yes, I am currently not worried about myself. My daughter is still in the lodge. They're keeping her hostage. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I don't know where inside it is. I only know that she's most likely in danger. And
Tell me whatever you can about the lodge. Is this a building that's called the lodge? Underground or above ground?
I can try and bring us to it. They blindfolded us. I didn't have anything. I couldn't see. I could barely smell. They knew what they were doing.
Get into my arms. I'll lift you up and we'll see if we can see something from on high.
Okay. So you just lift up. Go ahead and do a perception check. I'll say with advantage because Aurora will be here helping.
Got it. And I'm asking a lot of like deductive questions of like, do you know how far you walk?
Sure.
Do you remember if it was a lot of turns? Did you take any stairs? Perception. I just forget to. Did it roll?
Yeah, you
I accidentally rolled twice.
It's fine. Okay, so 14 is still pretty good. Go ahead and do, I will say, an investigation check. Just a straight roll.
Got it. 12.
Okay.
Oof.
You know that it's most likely from the western side.
You know what I'll actually do? I'm going to go ahead and bump that with a flash of genius.
Okay.
Because I can use it on ability checks, and this seems pretty important.
Incredible. So, y'all are in the town square here. And as you begin to lift up into the air, she begins listening to different sounds that she would have heard on the way over. She heard a blacksmith, but before that she heard guards yelling, and then you're able to see a guard tower and then a blacksmith, and then that immediately brings you to this semi-charred though restored building. It looks to be a mansion of sorts, but what you then find as you're kind of piecing everything together, you begin to see hunter type folks, like this woman that has she has like braided hair and then this giant woven coat that might be a wolf. It might be something else, but you could see her walking around, and she has a bow that she's currently like flexing, as well as another person just next to her that is just like this giant mountain of a person that is currently sharpening one of their swords just next to her. And that then leads you to believe that that is most likely the lodge. When you bring this information down, Katya, you would recognize this place to be the Burgomaster's mansion. Something that was burnt down, but seems to be rebuilt.
Okay.
What sort of protections would we still expect to be there, given the fact we'd, sort of tidy things up a bit?
I just
gesture around to all the skid marks of human beings around the courtyard we're in.
I only know that they threw us into a small room that could barely even fit us. It was inhumane. But I know there are a lot of them in there. And there was one in particular. They called her the Huntress. She seemed to be the leader of them, and she was the cruelest. I was able to spare Leilyn for most of her beatings, but she sounded like she would kill us with a drop of a hat. So I'm afraid that if they see anyone doing anything to rescue them, there's no chance.
They'll slaughter on sight. All right.
Right. They don't really care. They don't really care about us, if that isn't already clear, as she points over to the currently hanging body that is completely charred up and just gone.
Well, Katya, have you infiltrated that building before? Is there a way to get in? Do you have any idea what room Aurora might be referencing?
I can't remember if you guys...
We went in there.
I know you went to the room, or I know you went into the mansion.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you did very much exploration, though, outside of just the first floor.
Because, like, we hung out with, like, Izek and the other kid, and we're running around there. But I have been in that building before, but it was burned to the ground. I don't know if the layout has changed since it's been rebuilt.
Do you know what floor the room is on? Were you taken upstairs, downstairs?
It was on the second floor. I know that.
The layout's the same. I wouldn't be as familiar with the second floor.
I don't know exactly. If I were to see it, I think I would know. But if I go in there...
Right.
Do you have much strength to you now? Would you be willing to walk into a fight, or I wouldn't want to put you out.
I would do anything I can to help you. You already know. I'm afraid. I want to help. I want to make sure that Leilyn makes it out, but I just don't know how much help myself. They all have silvered weapons. They all seem to have trained against werewolves. They knew what they were doing when they came to our cave. I don't even know how they found our hideout.
It's okay. We will make sure she is unharmed. We will get her out safely. I'm sure you've been through a lot. Just stay here. Try to control the situation around here and get everybody calm. We will go take care of the rest.
Okay.
Is there a safe place you can get this? And I gesture to the charred body. Is there somewhere you can get to quickly outside the city?
Yes, I can do that. Yes. Would you want me to meet you anywhere?
I defer to you, Katya. You know this land better than I've barely ever been to Vallaki.
And on the map, just so y'all know, you all came from the western side over here. Okay. That is where you, like, transported via plants to here, and then that's where you entered into Vallaki.
When you came in that way.
We booked it through town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We flew, right? We were flying that way?
I booked it.
Right, yeah.
It was a lot of running.
Vaughn just jumped, and then Lumaria teleported, and then Beatrice flew, Katya walked over, and then...
And the eagle flew.
Sorsha flew. Yeah.
I flew on Sorsha.
Yeah.
The Vistani camp is near Vallaki, right? Attempted to send her
there.
there.
Correct.
Or was it?
It's a little further southeast.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, southwest. Sorry. Yeah, on the map, it's at the very, very bottom.
I thought that's what that might have been.
Yeah.
It's like a mile away from us, a little less. Yeah. Tell you what, can't think of any reason why like it would be bad to send somebody there, but just in case, like I'll just say like there is a Vistani camp to the southwest. Meet us. You can meet us there. If not inside, then near there we will come looking for you.
Okay. Okay. I will be nearby. I
It's fine.
don't trust anyone outside of our clan. Except,
No.
of course, each of you.
I understand. We will at least give us a landmark to work with, so we will find you nearby.
I break my pinky off and I extend it out to her.
Yeah, I will never get used to that. Okay.
I'm sorry.
It is okay.
While you're within 10 miles, I will be able to update you on anything.
And then you see her begin to shift into a werewolf as she grows to about the size of about 7 feet tall. And she has this like dark gray fur. And she grabs onto the person that you are all helping out.
Do we want
bring
Sorsha
down.
to regenerate her?
That is up to you. It is a 7th level spell. Up to you if you want to use it right now.
We could save it for later if the person is stabilized at the moment.
Yeah, if it'll
Yeah.
work later, that's not a bad idea.
Or if
So
we
we-
want to like
Let's see.
wait 4 hours, I could do it.
Well, we're not
if
going to
we're
wait
going
4
to
hours right now,
we-
but
we should at least
Start
get-
each of its turns.
Get Leilyn squared, and then we'll
let's make sure we save Leilyn, and then afterwards,
then we
because
can
like
start
even
taking
if
rests and stuff.
as gruesome
Yeah.
as it is to say, even if the legs are unsalvageable, regen will still regenerate them
Right.
regardless.
Yeah.
We don't need them.
Sure.
Right.
If we really want to, we can attach them to Bucephalus.
we just let it stay on them.
Or both.
What would happen if you cast your regenerate on Bucephalus?
Oh, God. Who knows? Like an
We would
entire
get-
body grows out.
But out of
Oh my
each
God.
limb?
So what would happen to Esmeralda and Katya and me?
So it wouldn't create an entire body.
Right.
This brings back limbs, not entire like torsos and bodies and all of that stuff. So
Okay.
it wouldn't go that far.
It
but-
doesn't. I'm pretty sure looking at the spell, you have to have the body part.
Target severed body members, if
No,
any,
if
are
you have this-
restored.
Yeah, because then it has another statement. If you have
If
the
you-
severed part and hold it to the stump, it instantaneously causes them to
causes
knit
them.
together.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah.
So if you use that spell on full Katya or Esmeralda or Vaughn, it would regenerate the extra limbs that we cut off,
If
With that,
and then we could just
Go
like
ahead.
cut them off again and turn Bucephalus into a giant.
you guys want to get body horror with this one?
I
we've
mean,
done it before.
Technically, yes.
Your body did change, and like you just cut it off, and like
Yeah,
like
would
those are missing limbs.
true.
What a weird Ravenloft min-max we've stumbled across.
could I turn back into a dragonborn?
Ooh.
Or at
Good
least I
question.
would still be a reborn, I guess, but like my appearance looked like a dragonborn anyway.
I think that this would be like one of those like caveats where I think in your case your entire existence is based off of like what are they called? A revenant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Your
it's
body
kind
has
of like
changed.
right, your body has
Okay.
kind of just changed. And like you're no longer your dragonborn self, you are this amalgamation of body parts that has been put together.
Mm-hmm.
So, Aurora
More
shifts
on that
into
later.
her werewolf form, grabs onto this woman, and begins just rushing through town to at least the closest wall that she can just completely jump over. You hear screams and yelling, but finally, as you might look and make sure that she makes it over, you see a gray werewolf jump over and make it out.
I guess I'll put the legs. If Aurora didn't take them, I'll just put them in the bag of holding. for
She
later.
would have taken them. I mean, she
Okay,
has
well, I don't know. Like, if
Huge
she
arms,
wants,
yeah.
She could take
she
them.
can fit
She's got
'em.
huge
fine.
arms.
Well, yeah, but she's got to run like a wolf. So I don't know if she wants to carry stuff. I figure just put the person in her mouth. Anyway, what's the civilian attitude right now? How's everybody feeling? Is this street like deserted? Are people looking?
Here in the town square, it is fucking deserted. However, you do see on the outskirts, there are people that are kind of like watching, like curious kids come around the corner and then are immediately grabbed by their parents. Some people are just like watching while like acting like they're doing something to see what you do next. But you can tell like they're on the balls of their feet, like ready for anything to happen. They're out. So currently it seems careful.
Okay.
Nobody's immediately aggressive towards us.
Nobody seems to be aggressive. And what really is interesting is like guards are not here right now. It seems like whatever you did, it has spread across town, and everybody knows that you killed absolutely every single person that Fiona had in her like circle. So they know not to fuck with you.
Everybody's like on edge, but they're not actively pissed.
Right.
Okay. Is there anybody that I recognize or have like know on the even most basic level that I have spoken to before in this crowd that would like know me even a little?
You all were at the festival. I'll say go ahead and roll a d20. Let's see.
Okay.
I would like to look at some of the bodies that are left. I want to loot.
Okay.
Whoever's left.
Katya.
Oh, I just want to scavenge body parts.
Yeah, absolutely. Katya, you do see a few people that like, familiar is like a strong word. You might have seen them in the crowd during the festival, and they were part of like the giant rioting crowd that went to the burgomaster's mansion. But it doesn't seem like there's very much recognition from them.
Okay. Like
it seems like they're just
like, we don't have like the person running the orphanage or anything. That's what I'd really love right now.
Right. Not here. Not currently.
Not here.
No.
Okay. So out of the people that were like part of the mob last time, who seems like the most level-headed, least pissed off person?
You see there is a older woman that has like dirt over her. You can tell that she's mostly a like gardener or like a farmer. She looks grizzled and hardened from days at work, and she also just doesn't seem to give a fuck.
Yes. Okay.
So you can see that she's, as you're like kind of going around the corner, you see that there is like this large garden just outside of her house, and like people are like rushing away from you, like school of fish moving as you're walking through it.
While we're still standing in the town square before we've like left, I'm gonna separate myself from the group a little bit. I want to sheath my sword, and kind of like if we can make eye contact, I want to like beckon her over to me.
Okay. I haven't done this before, but do you want to like go ahead and do a persuasion check?
That's first. What I figured. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
26.
Ow.
All right.
Hey, ma'am, can you walk into this pile of gore?
Yeah. Well, I try to step away from the disaster as much as I can. I put on my most dignified, like talking face, I'm trying to have a friendly conversation with a person right now, and I need somebody. I'm trying to talk to you and have a meaning no harm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing my words for it, but you get what I'm saying. And I want to like beckon her over real quick.
So you kind of like walk towards that crowd that like still is walking away, still in the town square. You see that garden, and as people start to yelp and run away, you hear pitter patters of feet and boots just running away. She looks up to see what the ruckus is about. She's still planting whatever she's doing, and like looks up, sees you. Gets up. Walks over. What? What do you want?
I was hoping you could help us for a moment.
She puts out her hand.
Put some gold in it.
Perfect. What can I help you with?
Congratulations, you are interim chief of the village. I need you to get people under control. Can you just let them know everything is okay?
She grabs the gold and is about to like hand it back over.
I grab a couple more pieces and I'm like, you understand why we did what we did here today, right?
Bitch had it coming to her. Yes, I know.
I knew you would be on our side on this. So, you seem like a woman of the people. You've been around the block a few times. I'm sure you know these people fairly well. I just want you to calm them down, talk to them, get some, let them know that we're not going to burn the whole damn thing down. We were just taking care of a bitch.
I will do my best. You should speak to Frederick at the guard post. Maybe he can help you with the guards.
Frederick's still here? Sorry.
Maybe
Frederick
he can help
is
you.
Still here?
Yes. He's been here
I thought Frederick was dead. Yes. Okay. Great. What was your name?
Great question, Sonja.
Which is every DM's favorite question. Random
Sonja.
NPC.
Right after, what are you reading?
Yeah. Right.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Invent literature,
Erotic
do
no
it.
poetry, always.
Okay.
It's actually Nympho
incredible.
Shark Fuck Frenzy.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was
of
it.
course. Critically acclaimed.
That would be a popular book in Ravenloft.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Sonja.
Sonja. You have been tremendously helpful. Thank you. Just, I like pat her on the arm. I'm like, just calm the people down. Let them know everything is going to be okay. And I will be forever in your debt. Thank you. And I like tear off to the guard post.
As you do, you see her turn around and she says, "All right, listen up, you motherfuckers." Just like goes off
I
into
turn
this.
around and I'm like, hey, we've done it twice. Third time's the charm, okay?
All right, you need to calm the fuck down. Like, just goes into this huge tirade of like. All right. You return back to the town square. Each of you, you see that there are groups of guards that are like, you could see like their patrol naturally goes through the town square and they see each of you and just turn back around and then walk away. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. Y'all are level 14 adventurers and you have, 7 of you? Nobody's
good.
fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
They're also probably like watching Vaughn loot bodies. They're watching me like
That too.
me and probably Lumaria like chopping up body parts currently.
Yes.
It's all right.
is what-
Sonja will take care of all that. She's gonna get him on our side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. And we're like drenched in blood.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking like a whole arm.
do I find anything cool on these people? On like the assassin or
Yeah,
Or
let me.
the many-eyed one. The
the many-eyed one I got his cool mask.
The many-eyed one, you got the cool mask. There really isn't
Does it
much
do
else
anything?
on them. They seem to just be like, you see like a medallion of the Morning Lord, but like outside of that, nothing much. Just a priest. On each of the guards, you see that they have great swords or long swords, shields, whatever. You could take your pick.
Are there any silvered
on-
ones?
Surprisingly, no. There's no silvered ones on this.
Interesting. Okay.
But the person that was running away,
the torture?
that-
Yeah, the torture.
that one does have a silver dagger. That was the one that they were using when carving into people.
I'll take it.
The assassin, let me double check what they had on them. They had a crossbow. They didn't have anything like crazy. They had a crossbow that like had some poison darts, but they seemed to be like, short-term poison darts. So I mean, you could use them in the next battle if you want to, but like after that, it's just gonna go bad.
Okay.
Outside of that, Lady Wachter is fucking deleted.
And then brought back trapped.
Delorded.
And I think that's
There was the other like guard, guy.
The guard was running out towards the
other one.
They were out of the town square, so you would have to like follow them in order to like. Yeah, sure. All right. You go over to that guard, and that one has a heavy crossbow, a great sword, and plate armor.
Yeah.
So plate armor, but
Oh, can I? No, I've got medium armor proficiency. Never mind.
I'll like rip like a portion of his like cloak or whatever off.
sure.
I want like a little piece of like everyone's shit.
I love it. I love it so much. Put that in the bag.
Yeah. I
Okay.
tie the mask to my shoulder like a pauldron.
That's cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like
Good.
it's like this spiky type of mask too. Like this, it looked like a sun, so it had like, think like Statue of Liberty, but like in a sun form of just basically spikes all the way around in just like a semicircle kind of fashion.
Amazing.
And then like it had that the hole underneath it for the head, but then it got cracked open, so like it's like this scary fucking cracked visage of just an eye, which is fucking awesome.
Amazing.
So, after gathering all of this, regrouping, do you want to try and spend a little bit more time to get a short rest? You already spent about 10 minutes with the prayer of healing. And I'd probably say that all of this probably hitting around like 20 minutes at the moment. You can do another 40.
Where is that guard tower in relation to us?
Yeah, it is actually just behind, like just next to the Burgomaster's mansion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So we have to go there anyway.
Got it. That's up to you guys. I'm good either way.
I'm good
On the
either
short
way.
rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorsha's not hurt at all, so.
We should move stealthily,
Sure. Yeah.
right?
Yeah?
Because, well, I mean, it might be more useful to use it when we're in the building, but I get the impression that
I mean,
as
pass
soon as
without
we raise an alarm-
trace will last an hour?
Okay.
How far is it? Is it like, is that, I feel assume it's not going to take an hour to get there.
No, it would be like, that'd be like 10 minutes maybe.
If we're following the street and not just cutting through the
Right,
alleyway.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which you totally could. There's like, like farmish land in the center of it. That's where you had seen the older woman, Sonja.
Well, we
like,
can't
some
step on the
farmland
new
in the
burgomaster's
center.
plants.
True.
Interim.
Eh,
Now that I know Frederick's alive, like I really want to go talk to him. So I would like to go to that guard toast. The guard.
Wait, who's Frederick?
He was a guard we met in the first time we came here. The first time we overthrew the burgomaster, who I'm really hoping I'm remembering the right person, because he was a real bro who helped us out and told us what was going on.
Yeah,
And then-
so when you first got here, he was the one that brought you to the Blue Water Inn and kind of gave you the rundown of like, don't fuck around, don't do this, don't do that, this is how it goes. And then kind of just pieced the fuck out. But he was like very like, when I described him, he was a very nondescript NPC who had an eye patch. And like that alone was like put him in the fucking Hall of Fame of Ravenloft Misfits. So
Yeah, you know how you like imprint on NPCs?
of course.
you imprinted on my NPC?
But we when we overthrew the burgomaster, we set the whole place on fire and left, and I had no idea if he was dead or not. We just kind of assumed that he got caught up in the crossfire.
There was a sending spell that he didn't respond to because he was like, what the fuck? So, yeah. All right.
So, do we want to go talk to him? Do we think we can convince the god to help us?
If not help us, then at least we can get an idea of what's going on, perhaps.
Got it. Can we get to the guard tower without needing to use Pass Without a Trace? Or do we think we should still cast that now?
So, it depends on how you approach, because one thing is you're walking in like a street. So if you're like walking in a street, obviously people are still going to see you regardless of how stealthy you're trying to be. If you're trying to like take the back streets to get there, I would say Pass Without a Trace would definitely be helpful in this situation. Specifically what I'm seeing is like that southern kind of U around all of those houses. If you want to take that back road, then I would say that a stealth can be possible. But Pass Without a Trace would definitely help.
Okay, then. Yeah.
You can always
maybe-
cast it again.
Okay, yeah. Let's just go ahead. Go ahead and do it.
Okay. All right. So Pass Without a Trace is cast, or Pass Without Trace. And you all are going south and then walking your way around each of those houses to the west to get to the guard tower. I mean, I would need everybody to do a stealth roll. And then you add 10 to your result.
Let's roll Sorsha first. Sorsha, where's your stealth?
16.
Jesus
Oh, good.
Christ.
That was Sorsha.
38
Good job.
for
Plus 10.
Esmeralda.
Wow.
And then for me, oh, good.
And then Mari.
We'll probably also roll insanely high.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yep. Lumari's
What is
gone.
that? I got a 40.
That's a 40. And
Is it actually?
Yep, that's a 40.
Whoa.
Y'all are good. Just
Yeah.
those two alone. Like, you're
Yeah,
fucking
our
invisible.
I got
Our
a
lowest was
31.
16.
Whew.
Pass Without Trace is a good spell.
Yeah.
Plus 10
truly.
is, on anything is wild.
Works
Yeah,
out is
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. So, you're making your way around each of these houses, and what you come to is the guard tower is just before the burgomaster's mansion. So you are still out of sight from the burgomaster's mansion here as you're approaching the guard tower. And let's see. I will say, Katya, roll a d20. If
Just flat.
if it is 14 or higher, or actually, sorry, if it's 10 or higher, Frederick is one of the front guards.
6.
All right. There are 2 front guards that are standing just outside of the guard tower. There are gates that currently surround from where that front door is all the way around it. You do see that there are other entrances that you could use. However, you do also see that there is this large tower that has like ballistas on top. And you can see that there is a patrolling guard up above. Doesn't seem to see you yet, but you are also kind of obfuscated from their view right now. As you approach, you'll be out in the open, so if you try to do something, you would have to roll really high in order to be hidden, which,
Sure.
yeah, pass without trace, so probably wouldn't be an issue.
Tempted to just like solo mission spider climb the tower and try and find him, but it might be a better idea
Do it.
just to go, okay.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
perfect.
You're the only
I-
one who knows him. Why not?
Yeah, can I solo
Yeah.
mission, sneak up the tower, and try and find Frederick on his own?
I think Sorsha is going to turn into a spider and come
Okay.
with you so that you can have pass without trace as you're going
This
there.
is a great plan. This always
So-
works.
Let's hunker
I'm
down.
I'm gonna connect psychic whispers to you.
Great.
All right.
All right. You still have pass without trace. I will roll for... Yeah, she's fine. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Come on. Whoa, now one.
Do we have
I think
Rerolls?
you do.
Do I?
You. You might. This would be kind of a
This
big...
might,
it might be worth it if you do.
I think I thought I used it. No,
But I
And
think
we
you got
don't-
another one.
and we don't have chat here to
I just pulled it up. Zack, you do have one.
Not anymore.
The only one that doesn't, well, the only other one that doesn't now is Ellen. Because you used it last session.
17
Okay.
with pass without a trace. Still not a good roll, but at least it's better than a nat 1.
Yeah. Okay. I shit you not. I just rolled a 16. So, you are good.
Okay.
You come out of the side. You time your exit from cover as those 2 guards in the front are looking away at something. You rush over past some of the shrubbery so that you're not able to be seen up above. And right when you see them go out of view, you jump out and begin running towards the side of this building. You rush up the side. Go ahead and do a D20 roll.
Okay.
And
Oops, that's a 12. Ignore that.
okay.
4.
Okay. You see that there are currently 4 guards up here. They haven't seen you. You are on the side of this tower. They just seem to be, you can hear them talking about, staying on high alert. There was some commotion in the town square. People are here. Seems like Saint Wachter was killed. Seems like the captain of the guard was killed. We need to stay on our toes. And then you see just another guard that is currently just walking around.
Okay. Can I get like an insight check on these people. I'm trying to like, is this, oh no, we lost our favorite cult leader, or is it like, oh, somebody took out Lady Wachter, thank God. We hate, like, well, kind of like Sonja was saying.
Sure. Go ahead and do an insight roll. DC's not going to be very high. Yeah, 15 is fine.
Yeah. I wouldn't have had disadvantage on that, so either one.
Oh yeah, 21, that's right. So you hear that there is like panic.
Okay.
With a 15, you can tell that it's not that they're allegiant to this person, but it's like mostly the captain of the guard is what they really focused on. If they're going for the captain of the guard, are they coming for us next, kind of thing.
Got it. Cool. Okay.
That's kind of what you're hearing. So they are on high alert, they are anxious, and they could be trigger happy.
Sure. And this is the top of the tower, but Frederick's not here.
Top of the tower, yeah. Frederick is not here.
So are there any like windows along the side of it to look into? Is there any other area of this tower I can check out without being spotted?
So the tower itself is just this giant, probably like 30 foot, 50 foot wide, like pillar that just juts out of this giant building, this L-shaped building. As you were running up the tower, this is the highest out of all of it. So you are like above the roof. You didn't see any windows on this side of the building. It seems like this is like that's the point of it. You did see like arrow slits, but you didn't see anything that would like that people can like, you know, open up a window and get some breeze inside. It seems to be like more fortified than any other building.
Okay. Well, seems like this is kind of a bust. While I'm up here though, can I take a quick look at the mansion and try and scope out any sort of information I can get?
So you are on the opposite end of this tower. You'll have to go around.
Yeah, I'll kind of creep around the side of it to get a look. If I can.
Going around the backside. Yeah, you don't have to do any extra rolls or anything. What are you looking for as you look at this I'm
trying to see like just look at the new building, see like, is it 2 stories again? Are there any windows, any entrances? Are there any guards on that building, or are they all just on this tower?
Sure.
Is anybody walking around? Can I see into the building at all?
It seems like a lot of the wood that was there has been replaced, yet some of it is still there. The more like structural pieces have been completely replaced. And it seems like, you know, there are some like tarps over windows. It seems like they're still under construction. But you do see that there are like charred bits of wood, like half and half, where it's still a little bit structurally safe and sound. But you get the idea that they're probably going to be replacing everything that looks like that in the near future. You also see that there is just from this vantage point, rather than where Beatrice was, you see on the side of this mansion, there are all sorts of like tanning leather stations. There's a smelt that you see, and go ahead and do a perception check.
Okay. 6.
You do see that there are hunters that are kind of walking back and forth, but outside of that, you don't see anything in like detail just yet.
Okay. Yeah, I give it just like a beat. Hope Frederick's gonna walk by, but if like literally 5 seconds and I don't see him, I'm gonna head back to the group.
Okay. There is an arrow slit on the tower. that you did walk by, so you are able to see inside of it, if you'd like to do that.
Can I ask Sorsha if there's a man with an eye patch in there?
Sure. So, Vaughn, you created a telepathic bond with Katya. Did you also make one with Sorsha?
I hadn't, but I could have.
That's up to you.
Let me read my psionic knack again.
I can just whisper.
My psionic whispers. Choose one or more creatures you can see up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus. So
Okay,
if I'm
cool.
doing that, then my proficiency bonus is 5. I get
Okay,
It's like-
Everyone. That's fine.
yeah. And
Okay.
that's what the one is. We're connected for an hour.
Great.
It's not I am the hub.
Right.
Everyone
Everybody
has to
talks
go to
you,
me.
You bring everything. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yes.
Sure.
I am the hub. It's not between everyone else.
So yeah, Katya, you could talk to Sorsha, and then like, if you wanted to, talk through Vaughn to Sorsha telepathically, if you'd like to do that. But obviously, whispering right now is fine because she's right there and she can hear you.
Yeah, I would just can you look in this arrow slit and tell me if there's a man with an eye patch? Like one leg up for yes, 2 up for no. And then I would have been like psychically relaying all the like layout
Right.
of the mansion back to Vaughn so they can have an idea of what we're going to be walking into here in a minute.
Just and then just repeating that to everyone else.
Of course. So you make your way back over towards that arrow slit, which was pretty nearby. Like when you went around to that other side of the tower, that's when you saw it. As Sorsha crawls off of you into that arrow slit and then begins walking down, go ahead and roll a d20.
Nat 20.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So
Sorsha crawls onto him.
right? So inside of this tower, what you see is this kind of training area. You see that there's multiple dummies set up. Mainly in the center, you see that there's bits of armor, a repair station for weapons and armor. There's a rack of spears and great swords and battle axes and all sorts of weapons. But at the center of this, the person you see who is not training, but pacing is Frederick. He is just kind of keeping to himself and seems to be anxious about the coming events.
Okay. Again, can I get an insight on like, oh no, they're gonna come kill us, or like, oh no, they killed our favorite cult leader?
Sure. Yeah, go
get
ahead and do an insight check on this.
read
This is a
on
little
that?
bit higher.
Yeah. Where is mine? 15?
15 is still good. You can tell that this is more of like a fear of dying than it is anything of allegiance or anything like that. You can see him like counting and like looking at each of the exits that he can see and kind of like feign practicing swings and things like that. You could see that he's seeming to want to defend himself as much as possible, more than he is like, oh no, Fiona, and like holding on to like a religious symbol or anything like that.
That's great news. Psst. Psst. Hey, Frederick, over here.
Okay, I rolled one better than my last roll, which is 17.
That's good.
He
Psst. Yes. Hello. Hey. What are you doing here? I'm really sorry to tell you this, but this was us. Listen. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna Misty step in the room.
incredible. Okay, so you misty step into the room. you can hear like the guards talking at the top of the tower, and you can also hear footsteps on the other side of a door that seems to go into the guard building.
I'm immediately
barracks.
like hands up, no danger, just like, hey,
Like
we are
reaches
not
for the
going-
weapon real quick, but
we are not going to kill you. We are not here for you.
do
can
persuasion
relax.
check.
Sure.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Which I think you already get because of your runes.
I might actually.
Yeah.
Empiric charm. Yeah, advantage on charisma persuasion checks. Yeah.
Sweet.
24. Thank God.
Incredible. Yeah, that's fine. He takes his arm, he grabs a weapon,
Let me explain.
he just puts it next to him. I'm not going to do anything until you do something.
I won't
But-
do anything. Take the sword if you need it. I don't mind. That's fine. Mine will remain right there. I like look down at my sword. I'm like, I'm not going to touch it. Listen. The werewolves are good people. Okay? They are our friends. And I know they are good people. And Fiona Wachter kidnapped our friends. We were here to rescue them and came into conflict. That is over. We're not going to have any more unnecessary casualties. If you and your men will help, we have one more. There's another werewolf in the mansion, as I'm sure you know. We can get her and to safety. No one else needs to die. And frankly, I'm glad to see you. It is nice to see a familiar face in this town.
So what, you want me to walk into the lodge? Tell them to give me...
I want
What?
you to, at the very least, keep your men calm and let us walk into the lodge.
I don't have very much power. I mean, I am a captain, but like, I heard that the captain of the guard died. And that was you?
That I am sorry about that. We came to blows and he fell. That was us.
Shit. Okay.
Lady Wachter was a tyrant. You have to know this. We
I
did what we had to do.
I've seen my fair share of tyrants between Vargas and
Yes,
Fiona.
this town has a bad streak of that I am hoping to remedy, and I'm hoping you will help me secure the leadership of this town in some way, that we can have a peaceful land instead of whatever nightmare is next. So, if at the very least, let your men know that no one is coming for them, no one else has to die. We are
I don't
not
see
on the
how I can
hunt.
do that.
I understand.
There is just conspiracy happening now that whoever killed all of them is going to come after us. I can't
and I
speak
am
reason
telling-
to them.
Sure. I'm only asking you to do what you can. At the very least, I can reassure you, you know me, and know that I am not going to kill you, so that's at least a start. And I can speak for the rest of my group. If we do not come to blows, if not necessary, we need not kill any more of your men. All we're trying to do...
I don't think anybody would try and do anything against you guys, especially after what you did.
I'm trying to lower the temperature of the town. I've got Sorsha out there talking to the citizens, letting them know that they are not in any danger. I want you to do the same with the guards. Old gardener woman. She seems nice.
Sorsha? You have Sorsha doing that?
My options were limited, okay? It was a she seemed like the oldest, wisest person in the town in the time.
Well,
and
she's
I
old,
figured,
all right.
I figured she would at least know everybody well enough to be able to talk to them.
You might
So
want
if
to
you-
check in on that.
Hey, if we have to overthrow a tyrant again, then we have experience in that department. Okay? But I came to you because I know you have a level head and you can help me get a grasp on this situation. And at the very least, I want to let you know we are not going to kill you.
You can see like his grip on his weapon loosen a little. Okay. I will do what I can. I have a question.
Of course.
Whatever happened to the Martigovs? They just up and left with each of you that last time that you came.
They went back to their family home.
I see.
They were trying to escape before.
Ever since then, it has been really shitty wine. And that's a damn shame.
I'm sorry about that, and hopefully soon we can get you some better stuff.
They're safe though. I truly like them.
They're as safe as they can be. I'm gonna omit the part that some of them died. I'm just gonna not bring that up right now, but they are as safe as they can be, and we are hoping for safer times soon. And
that's all you can ask for here.
I will do my best to get you better wine soon.
Well, why didn't you just start with that?
Doing what I can. So if you can help me keep the temperatures down in this town and sort of reestablish some order, I will see what I can do about getting you drunk.
Okay. I will do what I can to try and...
If anything, just tell them that we're not going to kill them.
Okay. I'll start with upstairs. Everyone in here won't be able to see anyone unless you come inside, which is not going to happen, right?
No. I will go out. We're going to go straight to the mansion and get our friend. Can you tell us anything? Can you tell me anything about who or what is going on in there? Do you have any idea?
I don't know very much. I just know that there was someone that was under Fiona's thumb that just kind of took over the hunting. And since then, they just came up with this idea to go after the werewolves, saying that they were enemies, and I don't know. I'm not really religious myself.
So there's another leader of the group of hunters.
Yes, all I hear is her name is Mia, the Huntress is what they call her.
Okay. So I'm gonna psychically ask Vaughn if they or Beatrice or anyone else knows anything about somebody called Mia the Huntress.
Mia the Huntress.
Relay that one back to the group.
Sure.
I will just say immediately my brain goes to the Huntress, the
goddess.
The Fane.
Yeah, the Fane. I don't know if there's a connection there, but
possibly. Or it's just like a very honorific type of name that people give.
So what kind of checks are we making?
I would say for this, the two people that can make a check would be Citron and Beatrice. I would say a history check.
Okay.
Interesting.
What the hell?
Yeah. So this is an old name.
Please.
That's what that tells me.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
23.
Get it, Citron.
Okay. Citron, you had recently come to Vallaki. You had purchased that scarf. How long ago was that?
That was fairly recently, actually.
Fairly recently. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say that on that most recent trip, actually, let's see. No. Let's go even further back. One of the times that you had a Tatiana incarnation, you were hunted down by Strahd, but you were also hunted down by the Huntress. This is a person that is very good at tracking and killing. Not only just a person, but very good at killing many beasts all at once. This person is an elf, and you didn't really get much information, but you assume that based on the fact that they're not a dusk elf, so they are another elf. Based on that information, you assume that this could have been a previous adventurer that came into Barovia and then might have been paid by Strahd to find you at one point. And has just kind of been laying low in Vallaki, living off of the gold that she made from one of the times that she killed you, but not before you were able to kill Tatiana. In your last visit, which was recent, you had seen the Huntress. You had just seen the Huntress walking around, I would say. So that was one of those, like, oh, fuck. And you immediately went into, like, the shadows, made sure that you weren't seen kind of thing. You got
That's
the
probably
scarf.
why I bought the scarf to, like...
Got the scarf. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Cover my face.
Amazing.
I'm sure by that point, though, I don't know if she would have completely recognized me. Because I probably
you were different.
sewed on new body parts.
But even just like a bit of Dragonborn is still such a like easily identifiable thing outside of like all humans around here. Right.
Yeah, half my face is still Dragonborn, so I probably would have like covered that with a scarf.
So those are the two instances that you know the Huntress from.
All right. Yeah, I've related this to the group. Wait, do I hear this? Who the...
You heard... So Katya brought it to the hub, which is Vaughn. Vaughn sent it out to everyone else.
I just say, like, hey, this is who we're dealing with. Do you guys know anything about her?
I need to start casting Rory's telepathic bond.
Do you want to do that? Well, I guess you should wait you should wait until everybody is in a circle.
I think... I should also check to see...
the hub works for now.
Yeah, it works for now. I need to see the length.
And it's free.
Only for an hour. So yeah, this is free. Like, cool. You know, gotta be...
It's one of my psionic knacks that I never use.
Yeah, right, because you never fail.
Like, I start to kind of like pull the scarf over me like, ugh. Yeah, she's really good at her job. She's definitely killed me. She's past the mists of Barovia. Was brought in, unfortunately, for them. Elf. She's an elf. Yeah, she's just really good at her job. Great at killing things. Multiple things at once.
Fun.
And I would prefer not to see her again, personally.
A wise want and desire. But might be inevitable.
So, Katya. Frederick basically tells you all of this information, says that he doesn't really know much about what happens in the lodge. Just heard that like a werewolf hunt was recent. Doesn't really know much outside of that, and then kind of says, "Are we good?"
Very good. Every little bit helps. Thank you.
Okay. I'll go up and tell each of them to just, I don't know, fuck off or something.
That'd be great.
I'll do my best.
Just tell them to take it easy for a night. Not to worry. I don't suppose there's any way I could walk out of this building. I don't really want to do the window thing again, but I will if I.
Unless you can disguise yourself, or actually,
I think that was my second Misty step, wasn't it?
actually, here. And then he walks over to a full sets of armor. Here, take off the cloak.
Okay.
Here,
Hold
put
that
this
up.
on, and then gives you a helmet.
Okay.
Shit. Give me your shield.
I put the cloak in this bag of holding. Hand him my shield.
And then he hands you another shield that has the Vallaki crest on it.
Cool. Open up the bag of holding. Do you mind? The shield.
Shield. I don't think you can fit a shield in a bag of holding, but he holds on. I promise.
Okay.
I will give this back to you. I will give it back.
Appreciate that.
It is just
okay. Okay. No,
I
I
get it.
thank you. I get it. Cool.
okay.
All right. You want to just lead me out of here?
Yeah, we're good. We're just
okay,
going to
good.
go. Can you like?
The roof is fine.
Depending on the size of the shield, it should fit in there.
Shield? I would imagine.
No, that's
Shields are
fine.
probably
It just
like-
has a rune on it.
Bag
so
of
I wanna
holding
keep
is
it.
about 4 feet deep.
Well, I mean, wide is what I'm talking about. I don't think it's wide enough
really-
for. I mean, it's just like a little.
They really need to make
I
bags
gave
of
you-
holding that'll like.
There's a
shrink
haversack.
stuff.
There's a haversack that you could like fit bigger stuff in.
It is fine.
Regardless.
This is a fine. This works out fine.
So
the
so
roof
can
is
you
fine.
can you get down if we go up?
Yes, that's totally fine.
Okay. I have grapple hooks that you could take if you needed.
Not necessary.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
So
Benedict.
you begin
We'll
walking
talk
up the
more
stairs.
After all, this is calm down. If you want.
you-
If not, we can just leave.
Yeah, no, this is okay. We will walk upstairs though. I will tell
Yes.
them to fuck off, and we will just say that we're the next guards or something like that.
Okay, good.
Okay. All right. You begin walking up the stairs. Walking up the ladder, the trapdoor opens to where you find 4 guards just outside. We're going to be putting you on break. You can go to the barracks, get some food, or prepare yourself for whatever is coming. I heard that they were only after Fiona, so we'll see. But go take a break.
Kai just standing like rigid, just like trying to act nonchalant.
I rolled a 5 for Frederick,
Oh, not. Can I help?
and I
With
rolled
my
a 1 for all of them.
okay, great.
So
Just a super bad lie, and them
I
all being
still
like,
help. All the guards are.
everything's fine. Yeah.
You're right.
They're all terrified. They don't care.
okay, fine. I'd rather not be out here. And they all just like single file go down. Okay. Yeah. Here's your shield. Let me take
I
yours.
Take off the helmet, put that on, grab the
yeah.
shield, and I say, okay. When all of this is settled, maybe we'll talk more if we need to. But I'll come.
Great.
I just want to get this town in a good place and hope that
Yeah.
you all can have. Okay, I'm counting on you. I will see you later, and then I jump off the roof.
Before you do, he walks over to one of the ballistas. Now you say you're going over there.
Correct.
How bad is it?
Well, that was kind of what I was hoping to ask you. We don't really know.
I don't know
it's-
either. I've never been inside. I've only been in the Burgomaster's mansion like once.
Right. Listen, if you want to give a little cover fire, is that what
This
you're
is what we're going to
offer?
do.
Okay.
If you need me to fire at someone, I need you to give me a signal. I will be looking out.
Okay.
You let me know.
You got it. It will probably be some kind of colorful, sparkly flare or light on somebody. Look out for that.
Okay.
And deeply appreciate your help. We do one of those like Masonic like wrist handshakes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Like real bro shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then I climb down the tower off the side of the roof.
That's
I could.
okay.
Side note, I could probably teach you one of those Masonic shakes.
Yes, please.
Ooh.
Pax you?
Tax you.
What
Yeah.
lore is this?
Secret handshakes.
It's I don't know if I want to say this on a recording.
It's a
okay.
secret.
Then don't.
It's secret lore.
No, I'm going to type this in chat. I just don't want the wrong people to get mad at me.
You know, the thing is that we are actually going to go to break right now.
Huh.
We're gonna go on a real
Okay.
quick break. On the recording,
Okay.
there's not going to be anything.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Cool. And we are going to continue the
Cacao.
story. Cacao.
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 So, where we left off, Katya and Sorsha made a mission to go into the guard's tower. Then you found Frederick. Frederick was sympathetic to understanding why you were here, and you gained an ally. So, you were able to walk up to the top of the tower, and you were able to fool the rest of the guards that were there into thinking that you were one of them. And you then walked off the tower and regrouped with everyone. But just before that, Frederick said, if you needed any help, just to give a sign, and he would shoot a fucking ballista at something or whatever you needed him to shoot
excited
at.
about that.
Great. It's great.
Nice.
So,
I go down the tower. We have the thing with the ballista. I go down the tower and then pop back up again real quick. And I say, also, sorry, for what it's worth, if it's any consolation to you and your men, I point up. The sun, that was us. Not Wachter, not her god, none of that. That was
I
us.
was wondering. I didn't think that killing fucking werewolves would do.
It doesn't make any sense. We've been very busy since we last saw you, and I just want, if it can get people on our side at all, let them know this was all us. All right. Take care. I'll see you in a bit.
That's
Yeah,
good.
see you
Yeah.
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go. And I sneak back off to the group.
So you regroup with everybody, and at this point, it's easy enough since there's nobody on the top of the tower except for Frederick. You're able to walk back over to everyone, keeping to the shrubs so that you're out of view, and each of you see Katya rejoining you with a little spider that is still a spider because I don't know if y'all are going to want to use that. Anyways.
For the time being, works out good. Okay.
So,
Did you get my message? What do we know about Mia the Huntress? Any idea what we're up against in there?
from what Citron has said, it sounds bad.
Hey, good. Great.
Yeah, not great.
All right. We'll just be careful then. That's nothing new. I talked to Frederick. He is on our side. He's going to try and calm the guards down and get them to relax a little bit. They know we're not going to kill them, so we could can just avoid conflict from the guards. That would be great. They shouldn't attack us if we don't get involved with them. And also, Frederick, I point up at the tower, is currently manning a ballista up on top. So if one of you wants to give like some kind of flashy signal, he will fire on whoever you are, whoever you indicate, and I will leave that to you. Just so you know.
I can certainly shoot out of the window if we need assistance. I don't know how to. We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. We're figure something out. So,
Speaking of figuring things out,
yes.
what are we doing? Because Aurora implied that if we just try to storm the mansion, they will probably just murder all their hostages that they have.
Right. So yes, I think it would be best to just sneak up on the mansion and get our way inside without being seen. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any idea of where the hostages were being kept.
From what Aurora said, it sounded vaguely like the second floor, yes?
I think this would be our best bet, yes.
And how many floors are in this building?
There's only 2.
Just 2.
I did look. There's just
the 2.
There's just the 2. There are some.
It's me looking around the tower.
Right. I would have relayed this information to you too when I was looking at it, but like there are some walls that are just parked over, so they should be pretty easy to break into.
Like mostly destroyed ones, ones with large holes in them.
Right. Correct.
How many people can we fit in the hole?
Four, I think?
It's 10 foot, but there's stuff in there. So
Right.
I think we've done.
Oh, right. I think we did 3.
We got all of us across that one river, except for Esmeralda that one time, and Sorsha.
I guess, yeah, 4. That's fine. You can just, like, huddle.
Yeah. The thought behind it being, we climb in the hole. I look at Bucephalus. My dog flies us over and inside.
Mm.
Then he uses his special little hands to let us back out.
It is an option. We still have Pass Without a Trace on, don't we?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so
Still
that'll
an
help
hour.
too. Yeah, either way. I guess it couldn't hurt.
It would be the question if they would notice something flying to land on their building, or if they're merely kind of scanning the ground at the moment.
Well, if he keeps low to the ground, then we sort of... Oh.
What? Question. I have a history of working as like a trap builder and in well-to-do establishments. Is there a chance I might know something about the architecture of this building that might give us a point of access? Like, do buildings of this type always have like certain interior walls or certain back entrances, cellars, anything like that?
Sure. Typically, places like this have cellars and most likely a back entrance as well. Yeah, it's kind of like kitty corner to the side. So Katya, you would have seen a back door that goes out into like a garden sort of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like a small farm. You would have seen a back door on the first floor.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, flight seems like a good option. It doesn't sound like there's going to be like, oh, there's a trapdoor that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
Because cellar is only going to, we need to go to the second floor.
Right. Unless we scour all the sides of the building to see the least guarded side and then kind of scamper our ways up there. It would give us each individual opportunity to try to, maneuver our way in there stealthily. And if one person gets caught, it's only one of us instead of, if Bucephalus gets caught, it's all of us.
I can also turn Bucephalus invisible, I think. Let me check if I have invisibility prepared today.
Well, that would do it. That would do it perfectly.
I have invisibility cast.
I spent the break trying to figure out if Lumaria could cast it.
I really gotta mark these. I'm pretty sure I used my invisibility this long rest. I have that feeling. I can't remember what I would have used it on, but
I don't think so, because you were in the clutch of the eagle, then you joined in the middle of the fight I don't think you would have cast invisibility. In fact, I don't remember you ever casting invisibility.
Why do I feel like
I think you still have it.
Okay, then I can cast invisibility.
Yeah.
It's a spell slot to me, or go ahead if you want to do it.
I can do it for now. We're gonna need. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we? So
If we need invisibility, yes, I can take care of it.
before we do that, so if only 4 of us can fit in the hole, Sorsha's a spider. Sorsha can ride on Bocephalus, presumably. Then only 4 of us could go in there, and there's still Lumaria and Esmeralda, who could stay outside and attempt to, if something goes bad on the inside, cause a distraction.
If you can do the thing, then we can run in there.
I don't know if it tells me that I can't do multiple at once.
Well, if you just tell one of us, we can talk to each other.
But
We could put 4 people in the hole and make someone else invisible also. Could you, like,
yeah, I could stack another.
2 things of invisibility wanted.
Here is another thing to think about, is if you have more people, there might be more problems. I'm not saying that,
Jesus.
I would be a problem, but...
Right.
Just thinking if it's going to be bad out there, or bad in there with this person, then we should have as many of us as we can get.
I mean, if we
Right?
discover that it's bad in there, then if we can cause a distraction somewhere else, then theoretically they'll all go out there. The whole city's on alert at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And if the guard tower starts randomly shooting ballistas, that's a pretty big distraction for the entire estate.
It's true, but I don't want them to overwhelm Frederick
Well,
and draw everybody straight to him.
Oh, Johnny, I thought you were going to say something.
I was thinking about it, but...
I mean, how good of a lie is Frederick? Couldn't he just say we enchanted him or something?
Don't know if it would occur to him.
Well,
I
sort of his...
You know, based on what I saw, I don't think he's a very good liar. I think
I mean, I could actually enchant him.
probably it would be good. It's the ballista and his support would be good and useful. I just worry about his safety directly after. I was
we don't.
imagining us being more engaged with these people so they wouldn't all flock to him before we
Right.
have a chance to, like, secure the situation.
But this is an education which we even need him to fire the ballista, right?
Right.
Theoretically, if he's firing it, it's already gone horribly wrong.
Right.
Because theoretically, 5 of us are entering. Potentially 2 of us staying outside. Kind of monitor that situation, keep an eye out. And then we get Leilyn, get out somehow. That one I haven't figured out yet. And
You know,
if
it's
there
occurring.
I do have a vortex warp, so I can get everyone out. And I've
Yes.
got it on my item today, so I do have that for.
It
I
is
believe
occurring
about
to me
9
now
uses.
that I am assuming we will kill Mia the Huntress. Would we rather just in and out abscond with Leilyn? Is that the plan? I was sort of assuming we were going to go in there and fucking trash the place and destroy her.
I think the issue is we have to get the prisoners to safety before we kill anyone, because
Right,
what Aurora
yes.
implied is that as soon as they see us, they will just slaughter whoever is imprisoned there.
No, I completely agree with that.
So if we care about protecting the prisoners.
So could we...
We can't let another thing happen to the Ozonis family.
No, absolutely not. I guess my question is, if we get Leilyn out, are we staying to fight, or are we also running away?
I mean, why not? If you're going to poke a bear, might as well try and get the pelt while you're at it.
Okay, good. Yes, I would rather deal with her and, bring some order to this
From
town.
what Citron implied, she is a force to be reckoned with. However, then it should probably be dealt with. But we are also not at our tip-top shape, and if she is as skilled of a killer as implied, if she's killed you before...
He was alone before.
I was weaker then.
And was it just you? And meanwhile, there's, a bazillion of us? 7?
No, it was just me.
We could take a moment to recoup here. No one knows we're here. We have time.
Do we?
We might have a moment. Could we have somebody sneak into the mansion on their own? Vortex warp? Or somehow otherwise rescue the hostages out of the building, and then the rest of us can charge in loud.
Let me check the exact parameters on Vortex Warp.
You can
I have to be able to see them within range.
You could just hand whatever you have with Vortex Warp to someone else, can't you?
That's true. I can. Yeah, anyone can use it.
Right.
Yeah, I
I
wasn't
don't
sure
have to
if you had the 10 times
Anyone with
object again.
hands, right, Johnny? Or did they have to...
We did have a Raven use it previously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have that,
Where
you got that
Raven?
back. You made another one.
Not a fucked up dog.
So, okay, Johnny, hear me out, though. So, Bocephalus is my familiar. Familiars can cast spells through it, right? So, could a familiar that is holding a thing that it could trigger a magical thing cast the spell? Because it is a familiar, and familiars can cast spells.
This
They
is
can,
the exact
but
wording.
I think it's touch.
While holding the object, a creature can take an action to produce the spell's effect from it.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. What's
So a
Bocephalus'
trained dog could
intelligence?
do it. I would argue that a creature of intelligence enough to be
You're
trained.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Bocephalus has an intelligence of 11.
Oh my fucking god.
Smart little
Bocephalus
dog.
could do this.
Smart dog. So could we have an invisible Bocephalus under Vaughn's guidance fly into the building and teleport Leilyn out?
Yes, it does count as casting a spell, so the invisibility will drop as soon as he does so.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
Because that's how it works for yours as well.
Yeah.
Invisibility or
sense.
attack.
That makes sense. Or do we want to have... If we're going with this plan at all?
It's at that point, we could also send any of us in
That's what I'm saying.
instead of my
But it would
flying
be so
dog.
much sillier if it was Bocephalus.
No, I would love it to be my dog. However,
I feel like it's at this point it is getting to a little bit of a I don't know, a little bit of a yeah, Johnny, we did it with the dumbest creature in the group.
Exactly right.
yeah. Joni, if someone looks at this dog weird, it'll die instantly, but we did it anyway.
Honestly, I
Screw
love
you.
it.
Screw
I
your
love
little
it
dungeon.
so much. It's so good. It's so good.
You set up this whole little thing for us. Instead, we flew a dog in,
With
holding a
With a
wand.
magic wand and 9 uses of vortex warp.
Jesus, that's such a fucking broken ability, but I love it so much. It's so good.
Anyone can use it. It could be Bocephalus, whoever it is. When they use it, it will count as the invisibility dropping.
Right.
So either the stealthiest person going in, who can fly, I would think who has the ability to possibly pick a lock just in case you need to get through something.
Well, we're narrowing our chain of options down to either the character who is not here or me.
Yes.
Right, yeah, you and Lumaria just look
the
at each
player
other.
character who is not here and me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm perfectly all right with doing that.
Do we have a way that you can fly?
Well, no. I can jump really high.
Well, I could, if we give you a short rest, I could give you my winged boots to attune to.
I believe Lumaria does have fly, though.
Lumaria could just cast fly.
Yeah, has fly.
Yeah, I also have jump if we just want me to jump in through a hole.
Has fly, and since it's 5th level, I think can target 2 other people.
Oh my god, everyone's gonna have a minute of flying.
Oh, fly doesn't last
10
that
minutes.
long, huh?
10 minutes. Oh.
But it's concentration.
Yeah, that is the...
But, I mean, he could just cast it, and y'all could just... We'll just stay behind.
Make it work. I'm down for a stealth mission.
Okay.
Yeah, how
At least
stealthy, how good are you at stealth? Like, how stealthy? I mean, Sorsha has to go with you, I guess, in
Yeah.
spider form.
Spider Source is still should go with.
Because
If I
then you
were
get
to
past
say
without a
have
trace.
a number between like 1 to like 15 assigned to my stealth, it would be a 7.
Okay.
But I have my psionic knacks that can let me add a d8 to my rolls if I fail.
So what's the lowest you can roll with a 2? What's like what do you roll with a 2 with your bonuses?
If I rolled a 2, I would get a 9, which then plus 10 would be 19 if Sorsha is with me.
I feel pretty good about that.
I feel pretty good about that. So unless
nice.
unless you get a natural 1, that's pretty much the only way
Unless
you're
I get a natural 1, which I have a
Knock
reroll,
on wood.
And
You
you
have
could
to
be
have a reroll.
invisible.
and I could be invisible
Yeah,
since I'd have advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I think that's
Okay.
good.
Fuck.
I think
You
that's a
have
good
thieves'
plan.
tools and stuff.
Yep.
Not
I
only
have
that,
these-
but you could both cast invisibility because Beatrice and Katya could cast 1 invisibility on Vaughn, 1 invisibility on Sorsha.
Okay.
Spider
Both of them
Sorsha.
are invisible.
Sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
hit it. I think that's the plan.
Okay.
I like it. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So, Pass Without
Cool.
Trace is still up. You have about like 30 minutes left, but I mean, this
That's
is
enough
going to
time.
be quicker than
Yeah, that'll be
30
fine.
minutes for sure. You cast invisibility on both Sorsha and Vaughn. You still have the connection between you and Sorsha, so that's good.
Yeah.
Lumaria casts fly on you two and themselves, because why not?
For a little bit of fun.
And then you are off, flying in the air, invisible.
Before I become invisible, I'm going to give myself a bolstering magic.
Incredible. Sounds good to me.
'Cause I think bolstering magic is, yes, it could be on skills checks. And it lasts for 10 minutes.
Amazing. Just make sure that it's like as good as possible. So, you fly into the air. Nobody can see you. You're not making a sound. Everything is fine. You see the mansion in front of you, basically exactly how Katya had described it. You see that there are a couple tarps on the second floor, but most of it is still intact. The windows have been boarded up in some places, whereas you could see that there's new construction under these tarps. Go ahead and do a perception check.
A perception check, yes, of course. Making sure I have everything that I need clicked.
Yeah. Also advantage because Sorsha is with you.
Oh, my sincerest apologies.
Incredible. With a 25, you are able to see. You see those two hunters that are mainly just focusing on the front. You do see that back entrance that goes into the first floor. You see.
Did I get the vortex warp wand? Yes, confirmed.
I'm sure. Yeah. It
Probably.
sounded like that's what happened. So yeah.
Cool, got it.
You see the back entrance that is currently unguarded, though it's very near one of the walls where one of the hunters can very clearly see. So if you do end up going that way, there might be some sort of a stealth check that you'll have to do. But as you kind of fly around and get a aerial perspective, you do see that there's also an attic, if you wanted to take that as well. But like I said, in the very front of the house is where you see the biggest tarp. It used to be a window that was here. Currently, seems to be being remodeled to have. You can see that there's like new wood in the bottom part where like the window will be set. But it's still an open entryway into. There is still a tarp in front of it, though.
What's the weather?
Weather's sunny. Ever since you have, ever since you have released,
is there like a
Strahd's control?
breeze? What's like the wind condition?
Roll for breeze.
We should be asking this more often.
We'll say if it's because I don't see it being super windy. If it is 14 and above, it's windy, and if you hit like 18 and above, it's like real windy. Okay. Every once in a while, like you get like gusts of wind. No. Okay, it's 11. Not windy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the tarp isn't like flapping that much.
Right.
Okay. Is there a way? There's an attic. Is there entry into an attic, or is there just like clearly attic space?
So there's like, go ahead.
I was gonna say, keep in mind you have a tiny spider with you that can do a little reconnaissance through cracks and stuff.
Yeah.
There are some windows that are very small, but like you could fit through if you like, crawled through.
It's Vaughn, yeah.
Right, of course. They are broken. It doesn't seem like there's been any sort of like attention for them, so they're still like kind of shard or like a sharp pieces that are still there. You would have to like pull some off, but that could also make some noise.
Sure.
But there is an entrance into the attic.
Okay. I'll send Sorsha into the attic to check it out.
Cool. Sorsha will jump into the attic and relay that there seems to have been a room here. Somebody that was very tidy. Well, actually, this burned up, so yeah, there's this room that has like desk and a table and a cabinet that is just completely burned up. She continues inside to find a completely charred remains of furniture, storage boxes, stools, and all sorts of things that are just completely charred. There is another door that seems to lead down, a door that leads into another chamber that has a trapdoor that leads down.
Okay.
That trapdoor, based on how far and where Sorsha is, you're able to go to the other side. You see that there is another window that leads into this chamber. This is on the far, the northwest of the building, whereas you were on the east.
And how messed up's this window?
This window is more of the same.
Okay.
Like some pieces are missing, but still mostly intact.
So I'd have to break it to get in through here?
You would,
or could I squeeze my way in? Okay.
You would have to break. I mean, you could just take a few minutes to break pieces off quietly if you'd like. That's up to you.
I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound fun. So.
Yeah.
But is it smart? How much longer of flight do I have? If I have enough time flying, then I will.
So flying is 10 minutes. This has been maybe like 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend a couple minutes to pry enough glass away that I can squeeze myself through. I don't care if I take slashing damage if I go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do a stealth check. This one, since it's sound related, is going to be a straight roll.
Okay. 25?
Damn.
Do you need me to use a
25 is-
psionic knack?
Do it.
I love how
Do it just
punchy
to
that
dunk
is.
on him.
Do you need me to roll a d8 as well?
No, you're fine.
Thank you.
So you spend, and since you got like even over 20, I'll say that it's very quick. Especially with that pass without trace, it dampens the sound around Sorsha.
Oh yeah, that's a 35. Then.
So it's a 35, yeah. So it's just you carefully break one piece off and then hear nothing, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Just begin breaking off all of these pieces, and no sound comes from it. You're able to go through very easily. And I would only say that like a minute has passed, so that's 5 minutes so far. You're halfway through.
Cool. We'll check out this trapdoor situation.
Incredible. You are
I'll
going
listen
to check.
first at it to see if I
Okay.
hear anyone.
Sure. Go ahead
below.
and do a perception check then.
Is Sorsha helping me?
Yeah, Sorsha would help. Yeah.
Okay. 24?
You don't hear anything happening in this room, at least on the other side.
Okay.
You do hear like footsteps below, but it doesn't seem to be located just
Directly.
below you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
You
Hopefully it
open it up.
doesn't,
And right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it did, it doesn't matter because Pass Without Trace is still up.
Yeah.
You see this. The trapdoor opens up and you find a master bedroom down here. Some of the furniture is slightly charred, but most of it is okay. And most of the accessory furniture, like cabinets and tables and all that stuff, has been completely replaced. You do see that there is this giant wolf's head that has been mounted in this room, bigger than any wolf you've ever seen, which might lead you
Implies.
to believe that it might be, yeah. But nobody is here.
Okay.
There are three doors here. One that goes more central to the. Let me put you on the map.
The map.
Map.
Here, let me.
Oh, Burgermaster's house. It's been so long.
Oh, I don't get to see the map.
Oh, I'll bring you on. Don't worry.
Yes.
I'm bringing everybody on. We share the map. Okay, so you are currently, well, you walked through here, so let me show that.
Okay.
You walked through the attic up there, but you are currently in this room here
Okay.
on the second
Sick.
floor.
Cool. And there's 3 doors in this room that I can see.
Correct. Yeah.
Sorsha. Jump scare. Sorsha jump scare.
Yeah.
A spider.
Whoa.
Yourself.
Great, yes. I'll go. Do any of the doors have any different kind of stylistic looks to them to
Indicate where they might go.
indicate like if it's,
Yeah.
a door into a closet, into like
Sure.
a side room, into the a fancy hallway, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Architecture shit that
Yeah.
Vaughn
one
wouldn't
of-
know, but I do.
Well, looking at the top right, the more northern door that goes to the east, that one looks like a very simple door. It doesn't look like it's it goes like anywhere, because you have to put out a fancy door for anything that looks outside. The one just below you is a little more, ornate. There is a full mirror on that. But outside of that, nothing crazy. The one to the right of that one seems to be a solid wood door. This one has a lock on it. So that leads you to believe that it probably goes out of the room into the main house.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Actually,
I would say that the one in the south also has a lock on it, but not nearly as
fancy
severe as the other one. Yeah.
Okay. Can Spider Sorsha fit under that door?
Absolutely.
Great. Get under there. I want to know what's down there.
Of course. One of the things that you see immediately is a hallway that leads to what seems to be a hunter. They are currently just sitting at the top of what seems to be a stairway that goes down to the first floor. Go ahead and do a stealth roll for Sorsha.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorsha. I have her open. Don't worry. Sorsha, please. 24?
Absolutely. Totally
it would have been the spider stealth, but I don't have the stats for whatever spider.
They keep the dex and strength and all that, so it's all good.
They don't.
They do. Oh,
they keep their mental stats.
Keep the mental stats. Fuck, I totally forgot about that. That's fine. I'm sure spiders are actually pretty good at stealth anyways, which is around a 3 anyways. So, but even if it was a 10, 20 still is good. Let me just check and make sure. Yeah, we're all good. So Spider Sorsha begins walking out into this hallway and finds this person that is just not at the ready for somebody to come in, but has their bow just next to them, and you can see they have 2 short swords as well on one short sword on either side. And they're just kind of leaning against the wall, looking down towards the stairs, and then just kind of reading some book.
What are they reading?
They're reading a hunting
Erotic Gnome
Skills
Poetry,
101.
Volume 3.
Yes. Erotic Gnome Poetry, Volume 3. That is what they are reading.
Amazing.
Sorsha turns the corner and sees an even longer hall that, as she begins walking down, starts seeing another hunter that seems to be at the top of the main stairs in here, looking down over this balcony type setup. And they seem to be a little bit more attentive than the other one does. So they have their bow at the ready as well, but they're kind of just leaning over and looking. As she passes another hallway, what you see is a person that is currently just sitting down on a stool at the end of this hallway in front of a door.
In front of a door.
Mm-hmm. That is what you see.
Okay. I'll have Sorsha come back. I need Pass Without a Trace again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just imagine y'all silently trying to find each other.
Oh yeah, because neither of us can see each other.
You could telepathically talk. So I'm right over here. So good.
I am gonna see what's up with this door. It's probably just a closet, but I'm gonna look anyway.
Yeah. You open up that door and you find a closet.
Whoa.
Let me feel that. Yeah, you find a closet that seems to be filled with like fur coats, different types of
Werewolf
armor.
Werewolf fur?
All sorts of different fur. So like there's bear fur, though Vaughn, I don't think you've ever seen, possibly. I don't know if you've ever seen a bear before. I don't know, but there's giant pelts in here that are used as what seem to be like coats and stuff like that. along
I
with
do
like
take
different
one.
types of. Sure, yeah.
I take one.
It becomes invisible immediately as you put it on.
Yeah.
There are different types of pieces of armor, like satchels and what's the fucking word? Holsters for certain daggers and maybe like a short bow. A quiver is in here. Doesn't seem like there's very much else.
No, nothing else in here.
Go ahead and do a perception check.
With Sorsha or without?
With Sorsha. Sorsha's there with you.
Perception 22.
You hear a thud on the other side of this wall. But that's it.
Does it just sound like a thud and not like anything?
Yeah,
else?
just sounds like a thud. It's just right on the wall.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm gonna relay back to everyone my situation with the 3 guards on the 2nd floor.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 that are definitely in hallways and one that's definitely blocking a door that is presumably where something's going to be.
What are the red marks over the thing on the northern wall? Up here?
Great question.
The health bar, isn't it?
Oh, is it a health bar? Never mind, I can't see that.
Yeah,
There's a character in there. I thought it was
That's
didn't mean to
so
metagame.
fucking funny.
Yeah,
I did not mean to
I've seen that was that, and I was like, I'm just gonna pretend I don't.
Well,
Incredible.
that's fine. Sorry. Well,
No,
regardless,
that's totally fine. That's so fucking funny.
I thought it was like a window with a red mark on it or something.
I believe that's the number of
What
channel.
are you talking about?
I can still
Nothing
see
We
it.
can still see it. We can still see it.
I believe that's the number of channel divinities that
I
someone
can't
would
like
have.
grab it or move it or anything, whatever it is.
So
This whole
fucking
thing?
funny.
So that doesn't exist.
I'm
Why would-
going to
Go ahead.
message back to Vaughn. Yeah. How far apart are they spaced? Can they see each other?
No, they cannot all. Theoretically, if the one near the stairs were to turn around to the one leaning over the railing, they could probably see each other.
All right, I can cast silence, and then you can sneak up and assassinate them.
I don't know how particularly good I am at assassinating when I'm not that specific. I don't know. I don't think assassination works well unless you're an assassin rogue.
True. Assassinate.
Well, I mean,
You
like
can't
you
just
can
say it.
fight, you can attack, try and prevent them from yelling at each other. I don't think that's very far through. I
It
just
is a
said
valid
things.
point.
Well, I will say that you just need to be able to see the people in the other room. So if you heard like a thump through that wall, if you can try and find even just a crack through the wall that you can see the people on the other side, you can teleport them out.
Leilyn. if I think, I'll move some of these
I can
first.
cast silence, and you can break a hole through the wall.
That's a good idea. I was going to suggest maybe just busting down the other side.
Like Kool-Aid
Silence would
man
help
through a
with
wall?
that. Yes.
Yeah, with silence there, they're not going to be any the wiser.
Scare
This-
Leilyn to death.
Conversation is abruptly interrupted as you
God damn
hear the door open
To this room that
to this room, and inside
I
you
wasn't
find this. No, you were still in the. I imagine
Okay.
that you were still in the closet at that point.
oh god, here we go.
God damn it!
Not again.
No,
I want my shirt.
Get back
My
in there.
pride shirt again.
You find this
Sorsha, get in here.
elven woman that currently has a giant bow on her back, and seems to be taking this as her own room. She has a collection of books that she then sets down on the nightstand of the bed, places her bow just next to her, and then lays down and cracks one of them open and begins reading through them.
She's reading.
Do you have the door open to the closet?
I would try to shut it as subtly as possible, but it would have. Okay. I wouldn't have closed it behind me as I would have entered.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do a stealth check. I will say that this will be a contested roll, whether or not she notices. This one will still have advantage.
I'm still invisible.
This will have advantage.
Okay. $29. Okay. I can use a psionic knack if she rolls higher than that.
Is that including the plus 10?
Oh, no. Sorry, my apologies. 39.
Hit that psionic knack. Push that over 40. Let's go.
I think in this case, since it's literally being seen, I don't think I will add.
That's valid.
So,
do you want me to use a psionic knack?
You will need to use a psionic knack.
What?
Whoa.
She has a fucking
I mean, she's like a
perception.
huntress. Sure.
Okay.
Cracker.
I rolled a 33.
Okay.
So
I got what's someone do math?
37.
37.
Okay, cool.
You very stealth. She was looking at the books when she walked in, and immediately you turned around and just closed it ever so gently. And then you just hear as the bed goes down and she begins reading.
All right. So I'm in a closet, and she is definitely in the room that is right next to me. And by she, I mean the huntress woman. She's reading. She's laying on the bed, I think.
Do we create a distraction to get her out of there? Is there anything you can do without alerting her?
I'm in a closet that the door I just shut.
If the rest of you hide, I can call out. She just loves killing me, so I can probably draw her towards me.
Let me look to see if I could find a crack in this wall that I can see anything through.
We'll say you need to be able to see where you're sending them to as well.
Oh, and that's bad too.
But you could. I wonder,
hey,
Johnny,
Leilyn,
could you eyes through your familiar and be like, I see it. I see a location within 90 feet of me?
But it would take an action to go into familiar mode, I think, right?
I don't know how the familiar site works.
But if I know about where Vaughn is on the house, I can cast silence on that portion of the house. It will extend.
How
She'll
about
probably
this?
be able to sense it.
How about we end the session here, and I will give you all a week to prep.
Johnny, I have to be in the closet for a week?
I'm sorry. I'm
what
sorry.
The hell?
How
They're
homophobic
in their
of me.
pride shirt.
I'm in one of my pride shirts.
I mean, this is technically a pride shirt too for D&D. So
okay, well, mine's a Drawfee one.
Love Drawfee.
That's good too.
Love Drawfee.
Me too. Drawfee's great.
So we will pick this up, and if you're watching this, this is being released on the 16th. So hopefully you caught up for the 19th, where we're going to be the 16th.
It's the Crit Awards. It's when I find out if Roll D5 won or not.
Well, either
So
Mika here is going to be a crit award winning TTRPG person, or
not.
Hey, just being nominated
Or
is a
they're
great
still
thing to
a
put on the
nominee.
channel.
but still a nominee.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to get
Fingers
at.
crossed.
It's like,
Let's hope that
yeah. So
Congrats.
watch this episode
One
that you've
way
already
or
listened to the
another.
end of, and then tune in for
This-
the crit awards.
Yeah.
this is going to be released at 9 a.m. on
Oh, yeah.
that, or will
Okay, then
Pacific
we
time.
won't
So this
know.
is before, unless you're watching it Saturday, and if that's the case, woo!
I'm going to be on stream during the crit awards, so
Incredible.
I'm going to be very distracted during the game.
Oh no shit! I'll message you if you
Well,
want.
we're not. Yeah, we're good.
Cool. All right. Thank you all for being here. Make sure to level up, and we'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Cacao.
Bye.
Cacao.
Bye.